Ugly motherfucker.
We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez,
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes,
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman,
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris,
Rip your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
and our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your take's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What's going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, August 16th, 2022, and this is episode number 605 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we have Mr. Jason Nyes.
Kamihami hey ha.
And Kelly Harris is here. What's up, Kelly?
Welcome to this super hot NFT Twitter space. We got all the big names. We got Bing Bong. We got Nuts. We got Danny. We got Big Ass Pussy. We got Hawks 873906762. We got Christina Prince. We got Green Frog 420. We got Slurp. We got Trash Boat. We got Grumpy. We got Katana Pope. We got Drank Toilet Water. We got Ryan. We got Skinny Boy. We got Carl. And we got Dank Tommy.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Was that
slow clap. Yeah,
was
yeah,
that
there you
off
go.
the fucking dome?
No, that was a bit I'd previously done in the Voices of Wrestling Slack, and I was like, this is too good to just leave here.
Oh.
That's fucking funny.
They all sound like
that's
people
fucking
that would be into NFTs.
Yes.
Or people that had made NFTs.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah.
I know I've said it before, but NFTs is one of those things that I thought, am I fucking dumb for not getting it? But then I'm like, no, NFTs are dumb. Like, it's not me on this one. It can't be. This shit's stupid.
Oh, I
Well-
should note that Big Ass Pussy is spelled with 2 G's, and the S's in ass are money signs.
Of course.
Makes sense, of course.
In fact, I think as a rule, if you have an S in your name and you're into NFTs, it has to be a $sign.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, the 3-man booth tonight. Both Jose and Mahoney are off in parts unknown, doing parts unknown shit. Just trying to. One of them. Okay, all right. One of them is looking to find some way to get a rug back to their home from where they are. I'll let you all figure out which one.
I mean, that's a tough one. Jose's always bringing
That's-
rugs home.
Yeah.
I know, but is that the obvious answer? Therefore, it cannot be. Who's to say?
That must be a really nice
this
rug.
all- It's got to be the nicest rug.
In a world where I can have shit shipped to my house in 48 hours, I'm going to purchase a rug in another town, another state, store it for the remainder of my trip, and then bring it home with the rest of my shit from vacation. Wild.
Yeah, when you're transporting a rug over state lines, you must really love this fucking rug.
And
gotta be a hell of a
and a
rug.
painting. Don't forget a painting.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
the painting.
that's right. And the painting. Yeah. Fucking wild, y'all. Absolutely wild. So I'm working the podcast today with a really fucked up finger. I was trying to perform a little surgery on a transformer before the show and cut my thumb real bad. It probably needs stitches, but I just super glued it shut because I'm here by myself. Just me. Nicole's out of town, so I can't fucking be bothered with this. So.
Isn't it
is that
ironic?
Are the children with you or are the children with her?
Now, the children are here.
Okay.
So it would have been a real pain in the ass to like try to get somewhere to have out of dress. So I just kind of glued it shut while Jack's in the shower, and he's like, "Don't you want a Band-Aid?" I go, "No, man, it was bleeding profusely. The Band-Aid wasn't going to do shit." So I glued it shut. I'm like, "Hey, I glued your face shut once. I didn't hear you bitching then." He really did bitch then.
Yeah, I
Popped
figured
it
you
open
would
pretty good. He popped it open pretty good.
Isn't it ironic that you were the one doing surgery on a transformer, and now you're the one who needs surgery?
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
In Lee's house, Transformers does surgery on you.
In my older age, I have developed a very intense fear of cutting. Like washing the dishes, just cutting, prepping food for dinner. I imagine cutting myself, and it's like, oh God.
Listen
see, I
too
cut
much
myself-
Papa Roach.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of Papa Roach.
Well, there you go.
That first album is
I cut
solid.
myself. Oh, it's fucking great. Did you see what they did? They re-recorded the whole thing in 2020 for the 20th anniversary. It's pretty dope.
No.
That's pretty cool.
Are they?
Yeah, it's very good.
Is it like the Taylor Swift thing where if they re-record it, they have the rights to it?
No, I think they just wanted to do it for the anniversary, so they re-recorded it and they shot they shot it too. So there's videos for all of it as well. It's pretty cool. It was neat.
I forget where I heard this.
And they did a Spanish version of Tightrope for some reason. Very odd, but it sounds really dope.
Huh, all right.
I forget where I heard this, but apparently the bass player of Papa Roach is one of the smelliest dudes in rock music, and this comes from experienced groupies.
I wonder if he tops the lead singer of Jet, because I've always heard he's the worst.
Oh, yeah, I bet that guy smells.
Mm.
Sometimes when you're a hot rock star, you can just smell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just your thing.
Yeah. And they love it.
I mean, might as well. Everybody needs a gimmick, and I guess being a rock star isn't enough for some people. No. I gotta be the smelliest rock star. I want to send these motherfuckers home with a memory.
Well, you have to assume that most rock stars just at a base level smell bad.
You would imagine, especially after like a show.
Oh,
Can't
for
imagine
sure.
anybody smells good after a show.
Riding around in a van or a bus.
It's just constant ball soup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with a bunch of other fucking. Oh no, yeah. No, like it can't be positive, But again, to be exceptionally funky, to have that extra potent ball soup. Good for you, I guess, bass player from Papa Roach and or guy from Jet.
Top 6 smelliest
the
rock
most-
stars.
Is this the most relevant Jet has been in like a decade?
I fucking never got Jet, so this is the most I've ever talked about Jet for sure.
That era of like, hey, we're 60s rockers in 2004. Like, it was, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Strokes,
I was not into
Jet,
that shit.
Hives.
Yeah, I wasn't into any of that shit. Like, okay, cool. In this, the era with the most advanced technology ever, at the time, it's like, let's go out of our way to make our music sound kind of shitty. Okay, that's great, but can we make it sound like we mixed it in a tin can? Can we do that? That'd be really cool. Let's just go for that. That's our aesthetic. Also, quit showering, you non-smelly fuck. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, I says. So yeah, I'm just fucking around with this dried glue. Hopefully it doesn't bust open again while we're doing the show. So if I run away going, oh god, I'm bleeding, you'll know why.
Well, don't bust it open the hard way. Don't fuck with it. Don't play with your robots. Let it rest. Let it heal.
Well, I mean, I'm not playing with the knife anymore. The knife is gone. So, hopefully that'll be the solution.
Oh, knife.
We shall see.
Oh, you were using a knife.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You and your knife.
I had to get it was an X-Acto knife. Yeah.
Okay, I'm expecting one of your switchblades.
No.
X-Acto
I had to
knife
get,
makes
the
sense.
head off. I had to get the head off with an X-Acto knife. Just trying to split it down the center seam and to kind of cut through the post inside, to get it off the head. And it was going great. And then it went whoop and slipped down and cut a really good little crescent shape into the tip of my thumb. It was pretty gnarly.
Nice.
And it's one of those where you look at it and you go, oh shit. And you look at it and it's fine. You're like, oh, okay. And then it just starts going, the blood starts falling out of it for a second. You're like, oh god, it's not fine at all. Yeah, but for a moment you're like, oh, that's not bad. No, never mind. Turns out it's bad.
I always cut the shit out of myself with our big heavy duty tripod because it's got the metal brackets on it. It doesn't have many rounded corners on it. I fucking bled on the Javits Center lobby floor because of that thing. And then we were shooting Jose's dad's memorial service, and I didn't even notice. I cut the fuck out of myself and was bleeding all over my white dress shirt.
I cut myself all the fucking time. It's not even a big deal anymore. It's one of those things.
Just it's
I
inconvenient.
haven't busted a knuckle in a while. Yeah, exactly.
But
well, I busted a knuckle up, so it could be a lot worse, I guess.
We stopped at a Target, got a Tide pen, and looked at the toy section.
Oh. Tide pen, good for blood. Good to know.
It is.
All right.
It worked pretty well.
All right. Duly noted.
But I mean,
file
also,
that away for later.
It's not like most of these people haven't known me for 20 years and know I'm a fucking slob, so it's fine.
It's oh, catch up again? You're like, no, I bled.
Oh, look at French fries over there, made a mess.
Looking for a hot dog. Oh fuck. Let's see. I watched the Predators with Jax the other day because he's still on a big Predator kick.
Yeah,
Prey kicked ass and so
Hey,
did
me
Predator.
too.
And I did not like it the first time around at all.
You
famously
hated it.
so.
You hated
Yeah,
it.
I don't
Famously
know
did.
why you were so insistent on being wrong.
So adamant.
Honestly, what it was just it wasn't what I kind of wanted it to be or expected it to be. And then you go back and it just I didn't sit right with me. But then you go back at it through the prism of what the fuck it actually is. Predators is pretty dope.
Yeah,
It is.
What did you
It's much
think
better
it
than I give it
was?
credit for. I don't know. It annoyed me. I remember the thing that kind of annoyed me the first time was it takes a long time before a Predator shows up, and it's we know what's going on. Let's fucking get to the Predator.
Yeah, but they don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, there is that. I figured it took them a while to get there, but all that shit kind of fell apart. The second time through, all right, now this is I see what they're doing here, and I'm down for it.
Yeah, it follows the structure of the first one pretty much.
It really does. No, it really does.
Well, plus you
Fucking
set up
crazy
that
ass
they're
Lawrence
all pieces.
Fishburne trying to kill everybody.
You set up that they're all pieces of shit, so you can kill them off easily without getting too attached.
Man, and when they start killing them off, they start killing them off.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
They're all together.
Oh,
Everything's
yeah.
cool until they start dropping like fucking flies.
I feel like that's the Predator's MO. Once you break the seal, let's go. It's time to wipe it off, wipe them out.
It's over.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done fucking around. Let's go.
Yeah, there's no half
Start
stepping
racking up the
after you hang the first guy and skin him alive.
No, it's pretty good. It's a good time. I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm wrong.
Oh, that's great.
Predators is a fun time.
Nice. Yeah, I've
So I
watched the first, the second, and AVP so far in my rewatching / watching for the first time for some of them. I haven't seen Alien vs. Predator 2 ever, and I wasn't going to, but I'm gonna pay the $4 on YouTube to rent The Predator to see that shit show.
Yeah, I think I need to see them all as well.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that I'll have a similar experience with The Predator,
Yeah,
but I
maybe.
don't think I will.
That was very recent.
In The
Yeah.
Predator, do they keep trying to make jokes about some guy's gigantic wife vagina? Like
No, they
Shane
definitely
Black.
do not do that.
But it's
No.
Shane Black. It should. That was his whole character's thing in that movie. So everyone in the movie should have a joke about their wife's gigantic vagina.
Maybe they
What
might have
a
thrown one in there
weird
for
bit of that movie that is.
because he cracks like what 2 or 3
It's like 2 or
weird
3,
joke. Yeah.
and he tries his damnedest to get it to land, and it never does.
Oh no, Billy liked that one. Billy liked the one with the echo. He liked that one.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. So much, in fact, that the Predator recorded that shit and used that laugh for later.
That's true. Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, this killed. I gotta tell the boys back home. I mean, we don't have vaginas. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I mean, look at their face, Lee.
That's true. Very true. But yeah, the Predator, I remember having a rough time with. So we'll see if it holds up any better, because I've kind of been putting it off because it's not anywhere, and then I'm like, oh yeah, no, we gotta, this is a streaming, buddy. We have to rent this one, and he goes, Dad, it's $4.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
that's what I said
it's-
to myself.
no.
I was like, it's $4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm telling myself even if I don't like it, at least the next thing I'll watch will be the original English version of Prey.
And there's some cool stuff in it. Like the monsters look cool and shit like that. It's not like it's wall to wall terrible. It just feels like 4 different movies.
Did you guys see the clip on Twitter of the practical effects for the Predator from Prey that they CGI
I sure did.
over?
Now,
What are they
did
doing?
they CGI over it, or did they use
did.
CGI in some shots and practical in some?
They enhanced it with CGI, which just made it look worse.
Fucking cool looking, man. Look at
Yeah.
this thing.
Like, I don't get it.
Look at
Why-
that fucking thing.
Why
It's-
would you do anything to that?
That
It looks
shot,
great.
I know that's shot in particular because I remember watching it and being like, that looks awful. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't even look like the skin stayed in one place. It would look like it was, like, that looks good. Fucking, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah, and that looks a way better,
3, 2,
like, as a Predator creature.
Yeah.
The CGI looks like something else almost altogether. This
Yeah.
looks like the same thing,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it.
Fuck, that looks so good.
Goddamn Twizzler braids. Twizzler dreads.
So dope. So fucking good.
Man,
So,
I
yeah,
still
we'll,
can't
uh,
believe, like, after now, rewatching Predator 2, after the end of that, when here comes all the other Predators on that ship, they've got all the cool shit on there. There's the xenomorph head. Like, how did it take 14 years for them to make another one?
It's insane. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't understand. And like in that time, like between those movies, they made like a bajillion comics.
Yeah.
Like they were still fucking around with the property.
Yeah. I
but
don't understand.
They weren't making movies for a decade and a half.
Yeah, I don't get it. Because they said that was their Avengers Initiative moment.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really is. Like, and they just
Yeah.
did nothing with it.
Like, oh, you thought there were just a couple of these fucking guys? No, there's a ton of them.
There's a ton. And
They're
they've got
all up
this
there fucking
gun
around.
from the 1700s, and there's this alien skull, from that movie Alien. Like,
Yeah,
what?
it's real weird. I don't know.
I'll never understand why there aren't like 30 of these movies.
Yeah, and if you don't count the Alien versus Predator movies, it was 20 years
It was
between
20
Predators.
years. Yeah,
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
It's
I'm on
absurd.
the Wikipedia right now trying to figure out what the fuck happened.
yeah. There's like nothing.
I
just- don't-
wonder if it was they were trying to make Alien versus Predator happen for so long
That could be it.
Maybe.
And they
'Cause
went
I
through
feel like
iteration
they
after
were talking
iteration, and they finally just crapped
Yeah,
that out.
Yeah, that could be it because they talked about. God, I remember reading about Alien versus Predator like as a thing that was definitely going to happen soon, like in issues of Wizard magazine in middle school. You know, like. Yeah, so maybe it's just in development hell for that long, which I could totally see being a thing.
Yeah, that movie was a lot of fun. I ended up coming away from that movie enjoying it more than I did when I first saw it a bunch of years ago.
Yeah, that one I always liked. I always liked that
Yeah.
one.
It's a
That
lot.
was
Like
good
I
time.
liked it the first time, but I was like, this is a lot of fun. Like I don't know. It's kind of what you want it to be. I don't know why people crap on it.
That was
I
my
don't know.
original Predator. I didn't see the Schwarzenegger Predator until well
Same.
after that.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, no, that was the first thing I saw too from either franchise.
Yeah, I always liked that one. I still frankly don't understand why people shit on that one. Like it's very cool. And then, years later I read the Alien versus Predator comic from Dark Horse, and aside from that comic book taking place like on another planet in like the far future, it's pretty similar. Like down to like the ritual and like the blooding, the way that they bleed them on the cheeks, and there's even a human character in the comics that the cracked tusk bleeds and burns on, and then she fucking moves in to a Utah ship and lives with him for a few years. Pretty dope. It's good time. Predators are cool, you guys.
They really are. That's why later in the show tonight we're going to tell you about our Predator movies that we would like to
we're
make.
gonna talk about just make believe stuff. Fucking speaking of make believes, I've been having a pretty good time just fucking playing with my toys and taking pretty cool pictures and stuff. And my daughter is just busting my fucking balls because she's such my child. I got a display pack from extremesets.com. They do these big ass cardboard dioramas, and they're really, really cool, but they have a massive fucking footprint. So these display packs are designed to go into like a detolf. So they're
Hold on.
this floor. What?
How did you pronounce that?
Detolf. Is that not right?
I mean, it's Scandinavian gibberish, but I've never heard it pronounced that way before. You're fancy as
Well, how
fuck.
do you say it?
Detolf.
Yeah, I've always heard Detolf.
Oh, whatever. I'm sure it's not even a real fucking word.
Exactly.
A Detolf.
Yeah.
Detolf is
You know what the fuck
Scandinavian
I
for
meant.
glass shelving unit.
Yeah, you can find those right next to the Flugenbergen.
Blurg.
That's an ice cream scoop. So yeah, so these are designed for that, but you can also kind of set them up on a shelf. They're back panel, floor panel, and like some 3D elements, so they don't have nearly the footprint. So I've set up a cool little alley scene and shit like that for my pink skulls and shit like that, and so it just mocks me relentlessly for reasons I'm not quite sure. But the worst one came out the other day. I went outside to take some photos.
Oh
of some natural
no.
sunlight. Yeah, so I went outside to take some pictures and left the garage door open. And so I was laying down in the driveway trying to force some perspective out of this one shot. And I stand up and turn around, and Zoe's just standing there filming me from the back. you fucking asshole. Where's it gonna go?
Oh my god.
Fucking dick.
We have been around shooting toys in public places a few times in our lives, and it never stops being embarrassing.
Yeah. But fucking look dope as shit though. Took a Godzilla outside. I'm gonna drop the picture in the chat. So we'll throw it up on the YouTubes. You'll see it here. Go on, check it out. It's pretty cool. I'm laying down on the ground, where the bugs are, no less. And she's like, ugh. And then I'm like, come over here, you're gonna help. Like, what do you want? You want? And she's like, what? And they go, you're gonna move the Mosquatch. And I'm like, what's the Mosquatch? And I handed her the Mosquatch. She goes, of course, this is the Mosquatch. And so
What
like,
Godzilla
no, move it that
is
way.
that?
It's one of those like little cheap ones they had at Walmart when Godzilla vs. Kong came out. I think I went on a clearance for like $12.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know, probably about a foot tall. And
Who did those? Jax, was it?
no, it's the same weird ass company that does, I think, like Leonard or some shit like that.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
They make those Predators and the aliens that they sell at Walmart too.
Yeah. Okay.
Comes back around to Predators again.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, it just about as basic as it gets, but it does the job. Just if you want a big goofy Godzilla figure.
Speaking of Predators, Lee, did you read the new Predator comic?
Not yet. I'm so fucking behind on my comics.
It's good.
I did kind of check it out, and I don't love Kev Walker for it.
Okay. Yeah. I think it works well enough.
Oh yeah, I checked out a little. It's kind of flipped through it a little bit. So maybe it'll come around. Maybe it'll come around. But just at a glance, I'm like, Kev Walker for this, huh? All right, interesting choice.
I feel like this might be the single best timed corporate synergy that Marvel has ever done for a movie.
Completely by accident.
Because they've got that comic, and then there's an entire month of Predator variants they've got coming out too, and it's like,
yeah,
you guys can't do this for any of your own movies.
No. And it was
How
an
are you
accident
doing
because
this?
that shit's it's been done for like a year.
Well, all the comics were too, and they delayed them. So like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
like, so I don't know how like they timed it all out perfectly to actually coincide with the movie being released, whereas like fucking Doctor Strange comes out and they're like, hey, cool, Doctor Strange isn't in his comic anymore, Cleo's in it now, sorry.
right. Yeah, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, like they fucking
Neat.
like, oh, there's a Falcon and Winter Soldier show, cool, the trade that has their solo series, their single series together, that's out of print. You can't get that.
Sense.
But like somehow Predator is the one where they just knock it out of the park.
Yeah, and I really think it's just coincidence.
Yeah,
I really do. I don't.
Wild.
I don't think that it was that planned, which makes it even funnier somehow.
Tomorrow, there's Daredevil Issue 2 comes out tomorrow, and there is a Predator variant that's a Predator and Elektra, and it's drawn by Bill Sienkiewicz, and that cover fucks.
Oh, that
I
sounds
bought the
awesome.
shit out of that today.
That sounds fucking cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I actually saw this today,
fucks.
prepping for the show.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they killed it on these Predator variants. Like, they're all great.
So it's a bunch of fucking Marvel artists going, yeah, I want to draw a Predator. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
There's
There's a fun one that I think Humberto Ramos did where it's like the champions are like, yeah, right there. They're held up in a class.
That's cool.
And they're just like, there's the Predator there. The Miles Morales one was really cool. I picked up the X-Men one today that James Stocco did. Like, their Predator variants rock.
Ooh.
That's cool.
I grabbed that Spider-Man one.
Those are very cool.
Yeah, no, it's like, get these guys on the books.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I think, remember, like, the first kind of piece of promo art they had was this Dave Finch.
That's right,
Picture
yeah.
With the Predator, like, in front of Stark Tower with, like, a crumpled Iron Man helmet in his hand.
Yeah.
And no disrespect, but then you get to the book, and you're like, oh, it's Kev Walker.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
fucking do an entire month of Predator fights Marvel comics.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Predator versus Blade. Come on.
Yeah.
Dope. Real fucking cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So what you got going on, Knives? Anything we're talking about
God,
this week?
They still make comic books. That's wild. Didn't even realize it. Well,
They
this
make
week,
a lot of them.
this week I've been catching up on the watch list Kelly keeps giving me. So I'm all caught up with the rehearsal, but I think HBO Max might be like a week behind live HBO because just the other day we only watched the Christmas episode, and that was the last episode that they have on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's it. It's there because it airs on Fridays,
yeah, that's weird.
which
because
is a bizarre day for that to air.
I feel like you told me about that last week, and then we didn't watch it until this Friday, where it
Yeah,
popped up
you
on
might have
HBO
you might have
Max.
caught it like as it went up.
Wild. But yeah,
'Cause,
that
yeah, I
continues
think
to be.
there's one more episode, dude. That fourth episode, like it would take the entire length of the episode to explain what happened in that one.
Yeah. It's really something.
Just it's so insane. Like I love when he's like, "Oh, I need to figure out how my actors are feeling, so I'll pretend to be one of my actors and hire a bunch of actors to play myself and all the other students in the acting class."
Oh my god. Like,
I love when he's signing the release form and he's like, "Wow, there's a lot of legal text on here, but everyone else is just signing it, so I think I will too."
so at one point, Lee, Nathan Fielder builds an exact replica of a bar in a warehouse for these rehearsals. And then at some point, I forget what caused him to do it. He was just lonely or whatever. He actually built like a hallway to the bar set from the exterior and made like an outside sign so that he could get actual people to come hang out at the bar just for shits and giggles.
Oh my god.
Just he ran a bar. He ran an actual establishment
for a week?
just to hang out with some people.
Yeah, didn't he call it Nate's Lizard Lounge?
Yeah, because he couldn't call it the alligator. Like,
Fucking ridiculous.
imagine walking into that building and having this fucking long wooden hallway you gotta walk through.
82-foot long hallway from the door to the bar.
People in Oregon got nothing to fucking do. The last shot of what I believe was the third episode, when he does his little reboot with the kid.
That was the fourth episode.
Oh, that was the fourth episode.
Yes.
Okay, the fifth episode was the Christmas episode then.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was fucking wild.
Yes. Just brilliant.
It's really amazing. Like Nathan,
Like legit, episode 4 might be one of the best episodes of TV I've ever seen.
Yeah, you don't expect this level of like drama from a Nathan Fielder
No.
television show. He's never been my cup of tea, but I am definitely coming around because this is some Andy Kaufman level shit right here.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I fucking have no choice now. I have to check this shit out.
Yeah, dude, you gotta watch it.
Lee might not like it.
You know, you might. It's gonna be a toss-up.
It's gonna make you uncomfortable, but you gotta fight through that, Lee.
But it sounds like it's going to elicit a response one way or the other for
Oh,
sure.
I think
it will.
You'll really love the episode where he gets a guy to wipe an actor's ass.
That's right.
I
That's
think you'll
right.
really like. I think that's the third one. I think you'll really like that one.
Yeah, gets an actor to wipe another actor's ass, and then the next day tells him that man died. Wipes
God.
a man's ass, and then he dies the next day.
As they were
That's
digging for
tremendous.
gold.
Literally digging for gold. Oh, so continuing on my Kelly watch list, we sat down and watched the 3-episode Woodstock show, which
Nice.
is on Netflix, and a lot of the same stuff from the HBO Max documentary, but you give me a behind-the-scenes look at any late 90s, early 2000s new metal shit, I'm going to watch that shit. In fact, I want to rewatch the HBO Max documentary to kind of compare and contrast. There's they have their crop of interview subjects who were at Woodstock, attendees. And then there's this one lady who she's like, "Yep, so I was 14. I was a virgin at the time. And then immediately I'm like, oh God, this isn't going to end well. But
yeah, I got real scared with that one.
in fact, at the end, she's like, had a great time. I'd do it again. But like, didn't experience any of the trauma that you would have expected from an intro like that. The chick that got it the worst as far as all of their interview subjects goes is the one that got trench mouth from drinking the water.
Oh my God, yes.
Fucking.
I'm sorry. Did you say trench mouth?
Like she
Trench
was in
mouth.
World War One.
Because the water supply got tainted. And all these kids, they're selling bottles of water for $5-10. They're all washing themselves and drinking this like public water fountains.
And it's all shit water.
The health inspector took a bunch of samples, and then overnight the sample sat, came back the next morning, opened up wherever they were containing all the water samples, opened it up, and they were like, it stunk so bad when we opened it up. Just like Petri dishes filled with water. This poor girl drank the water.
Trench mouth is a painful form of gum swelling, gingivitis.
Yeah, and you get like herpes on your tongue and your lips.
The mouth normally contains a balance of different bacteria. Trench mouth occurs when there is too much pathologic bacteria. The gums become infected and develop painful ulcers.
Yep.
Oof.
That's when I learned you could get ulcers in your mouth.
Oh, God.
Real wild
That's
shit.
horrible.
Yeah, like I still can't get over the amount of footage they had in that last episode of when the fall of civilization began.
I mean, it was 22, 23 years ago, but, Sony handy cams and cell phone cameras weren't really the thing at the time, but, video was more of a consumer thing. So,
Yeah.
Our generation's the one that documented everything, so we're definitely going to have that footage. That's why they could do 2 goddamn documentaries out of this thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Wild shit. And then we've been watching the League of Their Own series on Amazon Prime, which is very good and very gay.
I didn't know they had that. Didn't know that was a thing.
Did you ever want to see Janet from The Good Place make out with the chick from Broad City? Then League of Their Own on
Now I
Amazon
do.
Prime is for you.
Man, I've been watching, just had The Good Place on the background lately. That show is so fucking good. And she's so great. The Darcy Carden, fuck, she's good.
Yeah, she is.
Perfect.
And she's perfect for this because she's got that like old school Hollywood face.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's great.
She fits in perfect.
Love it.
One of the female hockey players from Letterkenny is one of the baseball players.
Hell yeah.
What Peggy Sue and Sue Ann, or what are their names?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
It's the white one if you're trying to guess.
Yeah. Oh, God. What you, Kelly? What you got going on?
I got sick.
Oh, no.
Not COVID. Thankfully. But yeah, no, like the funny thing was, so on Wednesday, I'm sitting at work. I'm working on importing barcodes for the next week's stuff. And I suddenly at some point become just very aware that 80 to 90% of the people in the store are all coughing and sniffing. And I'm just like, I'm probably going to get sick. Oh, well. And I go about my day, get home from work, just kind of sitting there and like, wow, I feel like shit. And then it kind of just hits me. All of a sudden, it's just like, oh, yeah, you're stuffed up. Oh, yeah, your throat hurts. And I'm like, fuck. So I start taking COVID tests and like, no, all right. Wake up Thursday morning, like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely sick. Take another COVID test, nothing. And it's like, okay, this isn't COVID. And I took some more tests, but came up nothing. And I'm like, this is just your basic ass head cold. But it's like, man, haven't done this in a long ass time.
Yeah, it's
I
like
haven't just been sick and not had to worry about just like my blood turning to jelly or just feeling incredibly stupid for no reason suddenly.
Yeah, just regular ass old school sick.
Yeah, Yeah, just regular sniffles. So like, yeah, I'm doing all right now. Now I'm at the point where every now and then I have to go blow my nose, and I'm like, oh, that's what breathing normally is like. Okay. Whew. It's
it's a real pain in the ass.
It's just that's like industrial level glue I'm shooting out of my nose right now.
Yeah, whenever I get that, I'm always just amazed by how much of it there is, right?
Oh, it's absurd.
And you'll like you'll rock it out all this fucking nasty thick green snot, and you'll be like, okay, that's it. And then 40 seconds later, you have that much again. You're like, how the fuck? Like, where's it coming from?
Yeah. How is there enough room
How
for
is
my
body
brain?
making this?
I never
Where does
learned
this
how
all
to,
come from?
I never learned how to blow my nose properly.
How? What?
I'm
How do you
just-
do it?
I'm just not. I don't blow my nose well. Like the way I got to do it, I just gotta plug one nostril, blow out one, plug the other nostril, blow that one out.
That's what I do.
Yeah, what else would you do?
Oh shit! So maybe I do know how to blow my nose, but I don't.
I think you're
often.
okay, buddy.
I don't.
I think
often,
you're doing it right.
I usually sniff. I do that a lot. I don't blow my nose enough. Maybe. Hey, talk to my wife. She
Maybe.
says
Okay,
I don't
buddy.
know how to
You
blow
got
my
it.
nose.
Maybe she doesn't know how to blow her nose.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe she's bullying you for no reason.
I think you're okay, buddy. Yeah, she's gaslighting you over your fucking nose blowing. I think you're all right, pal.
She said I never learned how to wipe either.
Well, that I can't help you with.
Yeah.
How do you guys
You do the
it?
same
You
thing. You just like plug one and then you blow it out and you plug the other
Right.
one. It's not the same thing.
I lick my finger and just get it up there and kind of root around.
Oh,
Yeah, perfect. That's what that's what me and Lee do too.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's why I'm making that face. Familiarity.
Yep.
Then I scoot around on the floor like a dog.
Well, and don't forget to suck it off your finger and go, Choco Pop.
I got doo-doo.
I thought of Jose doing that to you earlier today out of nowhere and just started laughing. Like, I don't know why it just came into my head. But I just suddenly remembered Jose doing that and just started laughing.
It is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. But yeah, so I watched a bunch of shit. On Netflix, I watched a show called Uncle from Another World. And this cashes in on the trend of isekai anime where people are transported to another world and they go live their best lives in a fantasy world. But this one is a guy gets hit by a bus or a van or whatever when he's 17, wakes up 17 years later, and his nephew starts taking care of him. And it turns out that entire time he was in a coma. He was actually, his consciousness was in like a fantasy world. And his nephew's like, yeah, sure, dude, whatever. Like, cool dreams. All right. And then his uncle starts doing magic because he really was in that fantasy world.
I think I remember a comic kind of like that.
Was it the manga Uncle in Another World?
No, what was it? I think it was called Birthright. I mean, Joshua Williamson did it.
Oh,
It was like a
okay,
boy,
yeah.
like a boy who disappeared, and they thought that he was kidnapped or something. And then he shows up, and he was like, "Nah, I was a fucking He-Man hero the whole time."
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that
Yeah.
series.
That was pretty good, if memory serves.
Yeah. But, like, one of the best bits is he's still in the hospital bed after waking up, and he goes to his nephew. It's like, all right, so you got to tell me, who won between Nintendo and Sega? Who's leading the video game industry? And he's like, well, Nintendo won, but and Sega hasn't really made a console in years. And he's just like, what? It's so now his obsession is just his nephew keeps buying him like Dreamcast games so he can go and catch up on Sega.
That's great. All right.
Yeah, it's fun.
found
It's
it.
only 4 episodes out so far because I'm not entirely understanding Netflix's release schedule for that one. Because they did like 4 episodes weekly, and then it's taking a break until the 25th, and then I don't know what's happening after that.
I know some shows, like it's essentially a simulcast, I think.
Yeah, sometimes they
Japan.
do, but then
Yeah.
others, they're just like, here's a batch, and then we're going away for a while, and here's another batch. Oh, and this one's weekly for some reason. Netflix is confusing. I don't get it. Yeah, so Uncle in Another World's fun. What else? On Switch, I've been playing Live Alive. That's been pretty cool so far. That's like the HD 2D game, like in the style of the graphics that Octopath Traveler had. And this is a remake of a RPG from 1994 that was never localized over here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's like, I think it's essentially like 7 different games. So you have like 7 stories, each set in different time periods, and you do different things depending on that era. So like there's one where it's like there's a demo out then that like you can actually play a pretty decent amount of the first of 3 of the 7 stories. And in there, one of them is you're a kung fu master, and you're trying to get some disciples to give your teachings new life and stuff, and let them keep going. In another, you're a ninja who's trying to get to free a prisoner in like a old style Japanese castle. And another, you're a robot who is essentially stuck in an alien movie. And like in the Alien movie one's interesting because like you don't actually like do any combat in that one. You're kind of just like a helper robot who has to survive in this horror movie. It's kind of interesting. The story I'm playing through now is a present day one where it's essentially an RPG take on Street Fighter, and you have like, I think 6 or 7 opponents that you have to go up against, and your goal is to beat them in your basic turn-based like RPG combat. But you also have to you want to learn their techniques, so you have to bait them into attacking you, because when they attack you, you learn their attacks, and then you can use those in the other battles. And eventually, once you beat each individual story, then it goes on to like one big final story with all of the main characters intersecting.
This sounds fucking cool. I'm looking at pictures of it now. It looks
it's cool.
It was directed by the director of Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy IV. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool game. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. It's definitely worth trying it, because at least check the demo out, because you get a decent amount of playtime for that demo.
Yeah, I started Tales of Arise last night. Big flashy JRPG. Would highly recommend that one too if that's your jam, because it's it's exactly that. Big, crazy, colorful JRPG. Lots of fun.
Yeah. And I've also been playing Shin-Chan, Me and the Professor on Summer Vacation, The Endless 7-Day Journey, which is a game I
posted something about that. And I'm like, I haven't even thought about Shin-Chan in I don't know how long.
Yeah. I was so excited to see this was getting adapted, because it's by the same studio that did Attack of the Friday Monsters, which is like my favorite 3DS game. And it's basically
that one. That's good.
Yeah, it's basically just a summer vacation simulator. Like, it's fun.
Yeah.
You just go around, you collect shit for your family and help them run the restaurant and fish and catch bugs, and there's dinosaurs in the town. You play card games against your friends. Like, it's a good time. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but if you kind of just want a relaxing summer vacation simulator, this is a fun game for that. I think that's
good. I like that one.
That's all I got.
I think that's enough, Kelly. It's all right.
Yeah, I had to really struggle to pull shit out of my ass for my week this week.
Hey, you know what that means? That means nothing horrible happened. So I'm gonna call it a win. Fucking call it a win. All right. So in that case, what is up on a classic this week, Nice?
All right. Well, our classic for this week is the tail end of our Prey discussion from last week from Popcast 604.
Yeah.
Where we came up with the idea for this week's pop topic.
Yeah. So lead us in, us from last week. Enjoy this. Love you. Bye. Fucking Archie Riverdale. Let's go.
Can you
Fucking do
imagine?
it.
That would be
Predator
amazing.
Riverdale.
Oh, hold on. I don't think I must not have. Hold on a second. 1 second, please.
Uh-oh.
Pardon me. I must not have had the work area correct for when I exported the classic, but I'm just going to open up Premiere real quick and just play it from there.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Fuck even an export and just kind of talk over while I'm waiting for it to load. And
Yeah, we're just gonna vamp a little bit. It's gonna be fine.
yeah,
Don't worry
it's
about
keep
it.
it up.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool because I'm sure it's just cutting off the first little 10, 15, 30 seconds or something, but you guys deserve a full Popcast classic, don't you?
Yeah,
I
Don't you
think we
think?
all do. Yeah, it's a free show. Fucking go out, get after it.
Predators are so cool.
Only
you
the
guys.
best.
Oh, another thing that we watched this week is they did a 25th anniversary live concert from Red Rocks for South Park. And it was
Okay, I've seen clip show. Where can you watch it? Is it on HBO Max or something?
it is on Paramount Plus.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Okay. I got that. I got that from you guys. I'll check that out.
Nice.
I saw some like clips show up on YouTube, and I'm like, this is pretty neat looking.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it really makes me want to see something at Red Rocks.
That's a cool venue.
It's a
Like
very
anytime
cool
I
venue.
ever see anything from it, I'm like, man, this
Yeah.
looks like it would be awesome.
All right, I now do have the Popcast Classic for real this time.
All right.
Okay. Let's check it out.
Enjoy the refreshing taste of an ice-cold Popcast Classic.
Forget about make a Predator movie every year where they fight some sort of badass, warrior from the past or the future. Do that shit they were going to do with Men in Black and 21 Jump Street and just cross it over with whatever you want.
Yes, yes.
Like,
yes.
literally anything. Have
Archie,
it fight
do a Predator
fucking
Archie
Freddy
movie.
Krueger. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Oh my god! After they're done with Riverdale, just fucking Archie Riverdale. Let's go.
Can you
Fucking
imagine?
do it.
That would be
Predator
amazing.
Riverdale.
That would be fun. If the last season of Riverdale was a predator coming to Riverdale and killing them off one by one, that would be
Predator.
the best thing on television ever.
Yeah. I mean, they've essentially cleared the table, so that could happen.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
amazing.
And
Are you guys caught
That's
up
what was
on
in
Riverdale?
that comet.
No, I got like 2 or 3.
Oh, god damn it.
ends with the elder predator breaking like a trophy case and grabbing the gun.
Jose's very obsessed with how this elder predator is getting his gun now.
We're gonna fucking figure this out. We're gonna get the gun.
He got it on a pirate ship. I read that story. He got it on a pirate ship called the Golden Warrior.
Yes.
Name of that
Let him
story.
fight
Very
pirates.
good. So fucking. Oh my god, yeah. Fucking.
Remember that
I just
movie
think
that
that, like,
came out before the pandemic?
treat it like
was
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's perfect. Remember that movie that came out before the pandemic with all the like middle school kids? It was like Bad Boys or Good Boys or something.
Yes, good boy.
Have the predator
Yeah.
fight them. Have them fight the predator.
It's great. It's great. It's fun. I'm glad everyone seems to be enjoying it. Like,
Yeah, have them show up
the
at
feedback
Secret
is so
Wars.
positive. Like, more of these, please. More good ones.
Yeah, Lee, you said it. Amber Mid Thunder on Twitter, just floating on good vibes, just retweeting all these incredibly famous
having a great
people that
time.
are talking about how great she is.
Yeah. Fucking great. Good for her.
Yeah, seriously.
The other day,
That is
she was
not
like,
the
fucking
usual
Jesse
experience,
Ventura,
but
watch
good.
my movie. Like, she was having a blast.
Do you think these doughy white boys that hate minorities in their pop culture, do you think they woke up the morning that Prey came out and they were like, oh God, Prey's coming out today. I have to act like I'm super angry about it being a woman and a Native American. And I'm going to have to keep this up for like a week or so. Exhausting.
I'm so tired.
I hope
I'm so tired.
I hope they question their life decisions every day.
I don't think they do. I think they're bad people. I don't think they're very good.
I think one of the reasons they are bad people is because they don't question their life decisions. Nice.
Yeah.
Predator versus Comicsgate.
Yes.
Shortest movie ever.
Just cutting through them like they're a bunch of French trappers.
He fucking shows up in the background of Ethan Van Sciver's live stream.
Oh, fucking great.
Yeah, you're just live streaming the panel from home. You see the 3 red dots pop up.
Okay, check it out. Idea.
Check it.
Okay. All right.
Next week, top 6 people, places, things. Top 6 things you want the Predator to fight.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like list like the century, the like the
Yeah, give
the
us
style.
Whatever you want to see them fight.
Yeah.
For
You guys wanna
example,
hear my
perhaps you
number
want
one?
to see a remake of the iconic Rated Rumble film, but there's a Predator in it.
Yeah.
And the
Maybe
Predator
you
loves
just want to
pickles.
see the Predator fight Kelly.
Oh no. That would go poorly for me.
I don't want to
Not
say anything bad about Kelly because I love Kelly, but I don't think the Predator would see Kelly as a threat.
No, that's true.
He's a sweet boy.
Well, no. See, Kelly would remember the Predator's invisible. Kelly would think it was a squirrel, and he would go out ranting and raving, flailing about,
Carrying a shovel.
and the Predator would be like, "Oh fuck!"
A local with a club. What are we going to do here?
Click. Metal shield cuts Kelly's head off.
Oh, no. He pissed his pants. Oh, I made a bad choice. I think I made a mistake.
And then the Predator uses Kelly's own shovel to throw him in the street.
It's into a pile of possums. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Predator takes Milwaukee.
Yep.
We're gonna do it.
Predator combats gun violence.
Oh, God, so fucking great. All right, so next week, we're doing that. Top 6 things we want the Predator to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6,
down.
the patriarchy.
No lie, I have a bit for that. 100%. It's gonna be my number 1. Wait for it.
Perfect.
But I think it would
Number
be cool.
5, Predator goes to Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah. Holy shit. Nothing quenches your thirst quite like a podcast classic. Well, that worked just fine.
Oh, it sure did. The first time out, too. Required no additional manipulation on our end. It's
Not a
perfect.
bit.
Not at all. So, yeah. Because, hey, fuck it. It's our party. We'll do what we want to. Format changed a little bit. Now it's pitching a single thing unless Nice has more things. I don't know. Because I think Jose just had a fake. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I had narrowed it down to 1, and I really fleshed it out, but I do have a bunch. I could have filled out a top 6, but I do want to talk about the possibility of the others.
Good. Well, then we'll just talk. We'll just fuck around with all of it. Doesn't matter. So
Pop topic.
It scared me.
On the absentee side of things, Jose did write in. Come on, scroll up, dummy. So Jose writes in with an idea for 28 hunts later, the Predator drops back on Earth the day before the Rage virus breaks out for a third time. The Predator realizes that humans he came to hunt are now the bottom of the food chain, and ends up becoming the only chance for humanity to survive. Instant carnage with no heal vibes. Predator gets to be the hero while still racking up a body count. That's not bad. That's pretty fucking cool, actually.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Like, comes to kill a bunch of people and then realizes, oh wait, I'll just kill these people instead. Like, or would it be, I don't know, because they can't. If he's just invisible, walking around just plasma casting fucking zombies, it might not be very sporting. Hard to say.
I have a feeling a predator versus a gang of zombies would create some very creative kills, because you're just trying to remove or destroy the head. So he could do some wild shit.
Oh yeah, because you gotta have that moment where he realizes that that's the secret, right? Like he's fucking blowing arms and legs off, and they're still coming at him. And then then he has to realize, oh, it is the heads, and then he has to get real creative. Just whipping those fucking throwing discs around, just
Exactly.
just slicing through fools.
Bolos.
Hell yeah, now I'm into that. That'd be rad as shit.
Fucking digging a hole. Digging a hole, a bunch of them fall in, and then he just drops a detonator.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
I didn't include it in mine, but in thinking about the possibility of Predator sequels, I know that they've done them in the comic at some point, I'm sure, but we need a female Predator.
I don't know that they have.
No?
Like, I'm not sure that those are a thing. Like, I'm not sure that's ever been addressed on how they reproduce or whatever. Is that there may be no female predators.
Yeah.
The only thing, well, they did do. There's an option in the game, I think, for a female body type. That Predator Hunting Grounds game.
Yes.
But I don't know. You take everything in that thing with a grain of salt, because it's not like the best.
She looks awesome. She thick as hell. God damn. Ooh, girl.
Nice had a sexual awakening now.
Yeah, there she is. Yeah, there's the one from the game.
Now he knows
So
he's
there's-
horny for predators.
Look at that. I'm
That's
into
pretty
it.
cool. Yeah, but I think the only thing even remotely official is the game. I don't know. Up until this moment, I never thought about predators fucking or what that entails. So I don't know.
Look at this sassy lady.
Maybe they're like or maybe they're like Bortus in the Orville, and just one of them lays an egg.
Okay,
Gotta
who's
hold hands
this
over a
chick?
lava
Because
pit.
this chick is a toy. This Machiko? She's got
That is
the full-
Machiko. She's the one I was just telling you about. She's the one that went to live with the Predators for a while after the Alien vs. Predator comic.
Right. We did just talk about that.
Yeah, she was like this executive for Weyland Yutani, and then her whole fucking everything gets destroyed by a bunch of Xenos, and she's like, "Hey," and the Predator watches her kill a Xeno, and he's like, "Ah, you cool?" And then she's like, "Hey, everyone I know's dead. Take me with you."
Check out Wendy Williams' Predator.
Oh my god.
Yeesh.
Fucking nuts. What did Mahoney get for it? What did Mahoney send us?
I was gonna save Mahoney for last, but let's
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead.
We can.
Yeah, let's save Mahoney for last.
Okay, what you got, Nice?
All right. So, I got my idea because Jose was thinking that the Predator's loincloth in Prey was made out of alligator, but then we realized it was just part of his armor. But I like the idea of a Predator fighting an alligator. And then also I'm thinking,
Fucking alligators are so scary.
yeah, you remember how awesome it was to see the Predator kill those French fur traders?
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was wondering,
They didn't have a chance.
we need a similar kind of group to the French fur traders, but worse. That'll give us real joy when the predator starts tearing through them. So I'm thinking we go 1864 Florida Panhandle, and we call it Predator Civil War. Yeah.
I like
now,
it.
there was already a Dark Horse comic, and I took the cover for my Civil War from that. It's called Predator Hell Come a Walkin' from 1998. But the story of that
Never heard of that one.
Predator starts, doing killings, on Earth. And then a band of Confederate soldiers and Union soldiers joined forces to hunt the Predator. Like, that's not fulfilling at all. Like,
No, you don't want that.
You know what we want to see. So not only is the U.S. Civil War going on at the time, but it's a double meaning, you see, because two different predators from two different warring clans drop at the same time. One clan is all about the honor of the hunt, and then the other clan is like, they're like the extremists. They're just out for blood. They just want to fucking kill everything. They're not in it for the sport. They're bad dudes. Bad fucking dudes. So we'll call them
there's a word for that. They call them bad bloods, actually. That's
okay,
so
we'll call them bad bloods then. And
there's
then
a precedent. Yes, I like it.
So, highest kill count wins. They both drop in Florida Panhandle Civil War area. Whoever gets the most kills then determines the direction of, the society going forward. So there's a lot hinging on this hunt. The Honor Clan lands in the swamp, and that dude fights a gator. Then the Bad Blood Predator lands on the beach and fights a fucking shark. Yeah. All right. Because that's one of the best parts about Prey is they're looking for the baddest motherfuckers around. And you better believe an alligator and a shark, they will hang them trophies up in their spaceship. Another little bit about the Bad Blood Predator is he travels with a bunch of working animals and intergalactic slaves, which isn't necessarily cool with the Honor Clan. I don't know if you guys see the parallels there.
I see I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Yeah.
So the Honor Predator hunts the Confederate regiment, and he's just picking them apart, surgical, and just ruining these fucking racists. It's wonderful. The Bad Blood is hunting the Union. Meanwhile, but he's not playing fair. He's using scorched earth methods. Nobody has a chance. Men, women, children, animals, just fucking destroys them all. Not cool. Not a good dude whatsoever.
Hanging out with General Sherman.
Yeah. The Honor Clan Predator kills these pieces of shit in really cool ways. I think at one point, we'll have to set it up earlier in the movie, but at one point, the Honor Predator needs to whip the shit out of a Confederate soldier with a space whip. Yeah. Remember in Masters of the Universe?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we need a space whip. And then the Honor Clan Predator frees the slaves that the Confederates were traveling with. So that's cool. Because in Prey, they're chained up. They're not a threat. They're being, put down by the man. So Predator's not looking to kill a bunch of poor slaves. So lets them go. Lets them run off. We get our final face-off between the Bad Blood and the Honor Clan Predator. The Bad Blood uses every dirty trick in the book. Fucking dirt in the eyes, kicks them in the balls, fucking whatever. Just real nasty, real biting. And he's got the Honor Clan Predator on the ropes. But then the fucking bad blood takes a cannonball to the spine, and it was revealed that the cannon was lit by the freed slaves. And then,
And then
the
American flag flies in the background.
the Honor Clan Predator executes the Blood Clan and then frees the intergalactic slaves that the Bad Blood was flying around with, the animals and the whatever aliens or whatever he's traveling with, and that's it. That is Predator Civil War. Now, these were the other ideas I had that I want to see all of these, and I feel like we have to go chronologically, so we can't just be like, okay, we're Prey, we're in the 1700s in America, and now we're at fucking Columbine. Like, we got to fill in all the gaps. So, like, I really want an Old West Predator. Like, put a Predator into...
That's when I thought about it a lot, too.
Deadwood.
Like, Old West Predator would be the shit. Yes.
Mahoney made the joke on the show last week about Predator versus the Patriarchy, but I think it would be cool if the Predator took on the Supreme Court. Because they're dangerous, man. Take on the Supreme Court, the fucking all the Senate.
Predin for Columbine.
Yeah, drop a Predator into Littleton in 1999, and let him hunt them boys down. A Predator Nazi Germany would be fantastic. Come on, but like, do you think?
I thought about that Predator, but he he lands in like Poland or some shit. You know what I mean? Like real, like war-torn Poland.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where he sets up originally. I thought about that one too. I'm like, yeah, that'd be fucking cool.
A Predator goes to Chris Benoit's house in 2007 and strings him up on a Bowflex.
And then, I love the concept of Predator in the American past, but I would also love to see a Predator hunting like a post-apocalyptic band of survivors. So kind of along the same
Predator
lines.
Mad Max would be awesome.
Yes, Predator Mad Max for sure. That's exactly what I was thinking. So yeah, those are my 100 Predator ideas.
I want to see all of them.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, I thought... Go ahead.
I was going to say I'll go next, but what were you going to say?
Go for it.
All right.
I'm just going to say that I thought long and hard about Predator Riverdale, you guys.
Oh, dude.
I thought about Predator Riverdale so much because I literally cannot think of a single other show that exists or maybe has ever existed, or if they were to do it, you'd kind of have to go, yeah, okay. Like, why not?
It would
Why
be
not?
perfect.
Yeah.
It would be
I can totally see it,
absolutely perfect.
And I'm bummed out because I don't know what the last season of Riverdale is going to be, but I know what it's not going to be. It's not going to have a Predator in it, and that bums me the fuck out now.
They have so many of these movies these days, like your Rescue Rangers and your Ready Player Ones, that is just cramming as many pieces of IP into a movie as possible. So, like, there's precedent for doing wild crossovers like this, and we gotta push for them, man. I think Predator versus Archie could happen.
Yeah. I mean, they've got the comics they can base them on.
Yeah, I bought both of the trades for that. One of them just came in today.
Yeah, I had the single issues. Apparently, I got rid of them at some point, so I need to rebuy those.
It's good shit.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. All right, so what do you got, Kelly?
All right, my movie. My movie is titled Predator Ronin. 3 predators crash land in Japan in the Sengoku period, otherwise known as the Warring States period. 3, how do you pronounce their what predators are actually called? The Yautja?
Yautja. Yes.
The 3 Yautja get a little ahead of themselves and join the Battle of Nagashino on June 28th, 1575. The main battle was between the Takeda clan and a unified effort of the Oda clan and the Tokugawa clan. The Predators joined in, killing indiscriminately. Over the course of the battle, 16,000 men are killed, along with 2 of the Yautja. Now, since the Their ship crashed. He's got no way home. So this our lonely guy, he's got no friends, no way home. So he decides to become one of the many warriors he saw fight and die in the battle. The Ocho wanders the country as a Ronin, taking bounties where he can to make money to live.
Oh my
Eventually,
God.
he comes across a gang
Fuck
of
yeah!
Eventually, he comes across a gang of bandits attacking a family and jumps in hoping for a reward, only to find a newly orphaned child slaying the man who killed his mother. When the bandits are all dead, the boy, Yuji Makigahara, wants to join the Predator, who he simply calls Ronin, in his travels. Initially, the Yautja rejects the child, but he sees the boy has the soul of a hunter and allows him to come along. The Ronin and Yuji live as wandering warriors throughout the remainder of the Sengoku period. This could lead to a series much like its Lone Wolf and Cub inspiration, but it could also just be a one-movie thing. The pair eventually participates in the Battle of Sekigahara, fighting on the side of the Tokugawa's Eastern Army. Thousands perish in the battle, one of them being the Predator. Yuji goes on to live a peaceful life under the newly established Tokugawa shogunate in the Edo period, forever thankful for his friend, the Ronin.
Oh my God.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I'm just imagining a shot of the Predator in one of those triangle hats, the Raiden hat, and he just does the look up to camera, and you see the Predator face and the teeth underneath it. Oh my God.
Yeah. And yeah, like this,
Fucking dope.
this would be over the course of 25 years. So the Predator would eventually get old and slow down. And that's
Oh,
how
the
he
thing
hell
is,
gets
like,
yeah.
they live a long time. Is the thing?
Oh, do
Like,
they? Okay.
They live for which that's what I was thinking. That another way you could go with it is, I mean, they live a very long time, like hundreds of years even.
Okay.
So he could be around long enough for another Yuja craft to come, right? And then he
Oh,
has to
yeah.
decide, are we gonna go back home or fucking stay here with the people? Because by that point he'll have become like a legend,
yeah.
you know?
With his friend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to see all of these.
Yeah.
Disney, hire
Shit,
us.
I meant to watch that fucking fan film you sent.
Oh,
earlier
it's so
that
good.
was similar.
It's Zatoichi versus Predator. It's so good.
I gotta load that up so I don't forget about it. There it is. There we go. Got it. Awesome. Okay, so that's really fucking rad, Kelly. That's great. I'd watch the
thank
fuck
you.
out of that. So oddly enough, after I went ham on Riverdale, I got struck last night with one that, of all the ones that we talked about so far, is the one that kind of could happen in some form or fashion, which is kind of dope.
It really
Probably
should.
not as a film. But it could happen.
Maybe like a one-off,
Mine-
1 hour special on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Or Hulu.
Could be, yeah. Yeah. So mine is called Predator, Hell's Kitchen.
It's
fucking
fucking
raw!
raw.
Yeah.
Idiot sandwich.
What are you? No, so in this story, the Predator lands in Hell's Kitchen and immediately starts going out, just finds himself fighting a whole bunch of Wilson Fisk goons, fucking Kingpin 6. Bullseye on him. Bullseye gets lays eyes on him, can't hit him for shit, gets scared shitless. And it doesn't take long before he ends up on Daredevil's radar. And the Predator realizes very quickly that his invisibility means shit when he's fighting
Yes.
Daredevil.
Yes.
He's cloaking around thinking he's all
Oh.
badass, and Daredevil
Oh.
has, and as far as he doesn't even know he's invisible, right? Because he looks just like everybody else does. So it completely changes the game, and the Predator has to throw out every single bit of strategy that he had going into it because he's never fought anything that can see him all the time. And maybe he figures it out. Like one of my favorite bits from the Wade Somni run is when he's being Daredevil's being chased by whatever crazy ninja the hand cooked up or whatever, and he's getting his ass kicked, and he ends up in a store, and so he sets off the sprinkler system so that the noise fucks him up and he can't see, and that's realizes that the guy he's fighting is not blind, So I kind of thought the same thing could happen here. They're fighting, and maybe the Predator puts 2 and 2 together, somehow figures out that he's, echolocating his ass or whatever. So when they end up in a fight, he turns on the sprinklers and gets, beats the shit out of Daredevil for a minute because he can't get a lock on him or whatever. Just the set pieces alone, like I said, like an hour special, man. You're exactly right. Like just, get us in, get us out. I mean, it'd be fucking great. And the Predator only dies when Bullseye gets in a fucking sucker punch on him in the back, stabs him in the back or some shit when he's fighting Daredevil. But does not explode the town like he could and probably should. Or maybe he goes, fucking hand to hand with Kingpin after Daredevil wears him down. Just Vincent D'Onofrio beating the shit out of a Joe would be awesome as shit too.
And do it like one of those Punisher kills the Marvel Universe things where like nothing's off the table. Anybody can die because it's separate.
Right,
like Multiverse of Madness shit.
Yeah, just fucking play around like oh yeah, there you go, exactly. So instead, Bullseye goes in for the fucking, for the side stab, whatever, to get a lecture on his ass, but instead he gets his spine and skull ripped out.
Love it.
It hit me last night, and I'm like, and that's another one that I got so bummed out because I would never see it. But they could make a comic out of it. They could do something because this is, now that they're doing it, and that's when I was like, man. Who do I really have to pitch this to make it happen? Because I want to see it. Like I want to see it real bad. Because what really got me was the echolocation just completely negating the visibility, and I'm like, that'd be so fucking cool. Just to see him have to deal with it.
And maybe then we'll see if the Predator's not such a bitch. Always using the invisibility.
They always use it. Like that's one of their main things. So it'd really be cool to see what one would do when that shit just does not work.
Yeah.
Just banging on pipes.
Real nut up and shut up time for the Predator,
Predator's got to have some sort of sonic grenade.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It
wouldn't work forever, but it would fuck him up for a while. I want it real bad, you guys. All right, so what did Mahoney bring us, Nyes?
We did not realize we were doing a 3-man show until the last possible minute tonight. Should have known because Jose wasn't going to be here and Mahoney's at the beach. We should have known Mahoney wasn't going to be on the show. But, it's 2022. We have the technology. But so, yeah, he sent me his pitch and his movie poster earlier. And here's his pitch. So the Predator wants to raise chickens and also like tigers and shit, for eggs and or the deadliest game. The HOA wants to honor the grand history of their development. First established in 2006, Predator faces his most dangerous hunt yet, the hunt for votes in HOA versus Predator.
Fantastic.
He did this at the beach.
HVP.
And then he sent me this, and I said, I feel very attacked right now. But the HOA wants to honor the grand history of their development, first established in 2006, is so good. So well written.
That is fucking fantastic.
Really
that's
good.
Very good. Mr. Predator, sir, we couldn't help but notice the trim on your garage door is not the same color as the trim on your house. I know. But if you'll see the bylaws very clearly state that all trim must. Oh God! Yank. There goes Todd.
Juggalo John in the chat suggests he wants Disney to fold Aliens and Predators into Star Wars, and that would be cool.
That would be pretty fucking dope. E.T.'s in a Star Wars, so you never know. It could happen.
Yeah.
It's true. I think I was watching the Red Letter Media review of Prey, and they suggested Predator versus E.T.
Mahoney would love that.
We went this weekend to see Predator and not Predator, E.T. in IMAX because they re-released it for the 40th anniversary, and Nicole fucking loves E.T. And so we went and checked that out. It was pretty cool. It was the original one with the guns, which was cool.
Nice.
Because that was real weird looking. when they if for those of you that don't know, when they remastered it for Blu-ray, I guess for the 30th anniversary, they took out all the guns and replaced them with walkie-talkies. They had a bunch of dudes walking around with their hands clearly holding guns, but like there's walkie-talkies in them all. And so you're like, why are they brandishing their walkie-talkies at these children? This is just silly. Or maybe, the climate has changed so much that you're like, oh no, it is pretty plausible if they would just draw down on a bunch of youth. That definitely would happen.
Yeah.
It seemed implausible 10 years ago, but now they're like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's just
What once was
every
old
day.
is new again. Yeah. Fucking rad. Disney. Make these movies. Let's know what's up. Yeah, there you go. Fucking no guns. Fucking no gun McGee.
Those are shotguns, though. Those would
Yeah,
fucking
shotguns
ET
too.
up.
Yeah.
They should have recorded
They
an
did a really
ending.
good job, too. It looked really good in IMAX. It looked really, really good. They did a great job with it.
Movies are great.
Movies are great.
Nicole Kidman, you was right.
Ugh. Oh, I saw that bitch in IMAX this weekend.
Oh, I bet
She
that's...
was real big.
Yeah, I bet that's something.
She was real big. And like now, Nicole and especially Zoe, like fucking the trailers are done and Zoe's like, hey Dad, here comes your girl. Fuck, there she is.
I think he doth protest too much. You gotta stop letting us know when things bug you, Lee.
Yeah, that's a real problem. It's a real problem.
But I think it's true for all of us. Just like Kelly doesn't like when we say sloppy toppy.
Yeah.
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 I don't appreciate it when you talk about the end of it where the kids all rail each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, every once in a while though, you had this moment where you're like, "Oh, I'm a fucking sitcom dad." It just kind of happened. Things like turning around and watching your child film you from behind as you're just trying to have a peace, quiet moment outside in the sun. She's like, I'm gonna send this to my friends.
10 million likes.
Yeah. Fucking great. Well, this is fun. I want to see all these movies. Like, there's not a bad one. Not in the bunch. They're all fucking great. I want to see them all.
Just gotta put them together with love and care like Prey was.
Man, yeah, no kidding. Shit was so good. If you haven't seen Prey yet, what the fuck are you doing? Come on. You gotta see it. Although, hell, to be fair, I think everybody's seen it at this point. It was like the biggest shit they ever did. So I'm down for it.
You know what is a great thing that I found out about Amber Mid-Thunder from Prey? So I think she's Sioux, actually, or she's descendant from Sioux. So you assume, since they cast all, native actors, that Mid-Thunder is like a native name. It sounds very like Native American. But no, it's because on one side of the family, they're from Norway. So Mid-Thunder is from the Norway side of the family.
Viking name.
That's amazing.
That's some Viking shit. That's amazing.
Hey, it just goes to show you. I guess we're all just not so different, huh?
That's definitely the takeaway. There you go.
Yep.
It's fucking rad. Well, so next week we're gonna do something. I'm not sure what yet, but we're gonna do something.
Maybe by the time Showtime comes around, we'll be like, "Oh, this is a 2-man show this week."
Yeah.
But
me
which
and I is
two?
going, remember Predator 2? That was awesome.
Yeah. Next week, we watch our Predator 2 commentary
Yeah.
and do commentary on it.
Hey, that was a fun one, man. Predator 2's the shit. That's still the one though, where I'm like, nah, man, we're not watching Predator 2, Jax. Like, afraid not.
Oh man, that'll make Predator 2 will make him a man. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's the only thing I've ever seen non-brain damaged Gary Busey in.
Proto Busey.
Yeah.
The only thing that would give me
So
pause
funny.
is Jax does have a history of like night terrors, so you don't want to necessarily give him anything that might give him bad dreams. But you know what? Maybe we all need some bad dreams every so often.
What's really funny about him now is that we've watched a bunch of these Predators, and they got bloods and guts or whatever and all this stuff and the gore and the monsters, and like he kind of is interested in like, something will happen, and he, we were watching Predator, 'cause Predator's back from the age of squibs, when they show up there at that little encampment and start fucking shit up, like it's, dudes actually on fire, coming out of the buildings. And
That
stuff,
is Dudes Rock, the movie.
Yeah, 100% it is. And he's all like, okay, he's like, so that guy's, he's like, so they didn't do animation back then. That's what you call CG, just animation. I go, not like this. And he goes, so is that guy on fire? And I'm like, yeah, the guy's on fire. They put this, like, they have this goop that they put on him that burns really fast, and they put him out like as soon as the take's over, and I kind of explained to him what squibs are and shit like that, and kind of how they make the monsters and shit. So he's into it, right? Like, so he's kind of got that little, the movie magic is, he knows what it is. He understands that it's not real and all this shit, right? Then I start playing that Quarry game, and every time something scary happens, he flips his shit like has to run out of the room. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you doing? Like I need you to stay in a lane. You're very confusing me. He goes, yeah, but this is scary. I go, it's just a cartoon. Like, this is less real than anything we've watched this week. What are you doing? He's a very complicated young man. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Some things just
Kid's a
set
fucking
kids
trip.
off. I do like the idea of him becoming a little practical stuntman, though.
That would be good.
Oh, it's not unlikely, just every once in a while when I'm watching wrestling, he'll come out, and if Darby Allin's doing something crazy, he's like, I can do that. I'm like, I
Hell
know,
yeah.
man. I know you could. Please don't. You can choke me out like that too, Dad. I'm like, I don't want to choke you out like that.
Yes.
What
Lee's Brody
Yeah,
and
'cause me-
Jax's.
Because me choking
Darby.
him out would be like Brody King just hanging him
Oh
off.
my God.
Yeah.
Like, oh God.
Show him how to bust
Oh, how
himself open
fucking
the
cool
hard
was
way.
it when Darby hung him with his chain and he just fell directly into the coffin? Just, it was a beautiful.
It
That
was
was
landing,
perfect.
and the fucking lid crushed. It was perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, that was
Like-
great.
Couldn't have been executed better. Absolutely perfect. So good.
God, and
Yeah, there's.
Brody was leaking bad.
Yeah, so,
Mm.
yeah. Oh, he really was. It was gnarly. I was into it. Okay. Before we get off on another tangent, let's fucking call it. Yeah. Bet next week, I think, hopefully, maybe, possibly, everybody will be back with us. We'll see. If not, it's a free show. Fuck you. But regardless, it'll be somewhere around 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central when we hop back on this bullshit next week at youtube.com/panelsonpages. So for Jason Knives and Kelly Harris, I'm the Lord Reverend Leo Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys next week. Night. Love ya. Bye-bye.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
Fucking Google something.
Demonetize this.
Holy shit.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
I didn't want to say it.
Demonetize this.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Demonetize this.
You fucking
Google bitch.
Demonetize this.
Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
Demonetize this.
you fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.